Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I would be giving a very simple trick and way to do your brows. I will just explain how and what I use to get my brows done, and I will be talking about life during this lockdown. I know it's not so easy just staying at home when you have almost nothing to do, so I will just talk about what I do, just share my experiences and how I usually while time away. I really hope you enjoy the video. The first thing is to brush or arrange the brows. So you would notice that my brows are not shaved, but that's because I don't usually like to shave my brows. I prefer my brows being overgrown because regardless of how grown and plenty the hair is, I can always make out the shape. But for a beginner, it's usually more easy for you to draw your brows if they are properly shaped, so you will just kind of like follow the outline. So whichever one you find easier. I'll be using this pencil, MAC pencil. It's an eyeliner actually, but I usually use it to outline my brows first before going in to fill it properly. So basically, this stay at home thing has not really been so easy for a lot of people, including me, because normally I don't like to be idle. I don't usually like to just be at home and have absolutely nothing to do. So I think about 7 things that I do to while away time. So what I'm doing right now is just to follow the outline of my brows. Now I am done lining my brows, so this is the shape that I have. So next I would have to go in to filling, but first I would love to talk about one of the things that I usually do to while away time. The first thing is to eat. Yes, I can eat any time of the day. I eat like every time because I don't know, when you're eating, sometimes I just feel like you just might not remember the struggles that you're facing in life. And then I sleep a lot. I like to sleep a lot. At least I think I sleep for about maybe 10-11 hours every day. Although I go to bed very late because I watch TV like throughout the midnight, and then during the day most times I am always sleeping. If I'm not filming, I'm sleeping or eating. And then another thing that I've been doing that I actually really enjoy is I've been reading a lot of novels. James Chase, actually, I only read James Chase. I've read about I think 6 or 7 new James Chase novels, and they are worthwhile. They are books that you should actually try to have and even have collections of it. It is really mind opening, and I really now I'm going to be filling in my brows using this Maybelline brow tattoo. Yes, and this is the content. I have the tattoo. I think this is in shade 5. This is what it looks like inside, and it comes with this application brush. You always have to remember that this side, the base of your brows, need to look very very natural, so you need to apply little or no pencil or color to it at all. So what I usually do to get this natural look is just to use the mascara one to just brush it in, and it gives it this very light brown shade. It makes it look like, yes, that's whenever I'm battling with boredom at speak, another thing I usually do to while away my time is to arrange and rearrange my wardrobe, even when it is not scattered. Sometimes I arrange with texture, sometimes with color, sometimes with how often I wear it, sometimes skirts, pant, trousers, tops, spaghetti tops, rounded top. I just usually arrange and rearrange all the time. I don't know why, but it's just something that we have to do. Now it's time to conceal the brows, and then when you're concealing you have to be very very careful because you can easily make mistakes. You can just shift your hand and then over conceal. It's better when you under conceal your brows. I don't know if that's an actual word, but it's better to just try to conceal gradually than for you to just over conceal it and then you have to clean and start to draw all over. I remember when I was in makeup school, the one thing that I had so much trouble understanding was how to draw brows, because you need to understand that brows come in different shapes and sizes, especially the shapes. The shape of your face determines the shape of your brows. And then you need to also know that your brows are sisters, they would most likely look alike, but then they are not twins. You would hardly ever have two brows on the same person that would look exactly the same, but then you just have to try everything you can to make them look as similar as possible. So don't try to draw your brows and conceal your brows with the mindset that you want it to look exactly the same. It's almost not possible. Some people might be able to do it, but I don't think it is absolutely possible to have two brows that are exactly the same. There would be one tiny difference, maybe the arc, the length of your tail. There would always be something different. I usually use this LA Pro concealer in shade Fawn, and I don't use an angle brush, I use a flat brush like this.
I've been on for 1,000 nights, New York to London, different city every day, yeah.
The next thing now is to blend, and I use so much concealer because this is usually how you should conceal your brows if you are going to build up eyeshadow later on. So you always need to conceal your eyelid before you use your eyeshadow. You can either conceal or use eyeshadow primer, but I usually prefer to just conceal because it makes your base lighter and so your eyeshadow would pop properly. So the next thing now is to blend the concealer I use this fluffy brush. The next thing to do now is to conceal the top of the brows, and I use the same type of flat brush, but this time I conceal with a darker shade of, well, not concealer, I usually use foundation. Some people use concealer, but I prefer to use my foundation to conceal the top of my brow, so it is easy to blend with the rest of your face. When you are concealing this part of your brows, it is normal for you to be fairer, like I said, so you can build up your eyeshadow and you can pop. But when you're concealing the top of your brows, you need to use a shade that would easily blend with your skin, because after this you're supposed to wear a foundation and it's supposed to rhyme. We don't want the top of the brows to be fairer than the rest of the face, you know? So I usually use my foundation shade, your exact shade of foundation, to conceal the top of your brow, so that way it is easy for you to blend with your face. Yeah, it's like so now the next thing is to go in with the same brush to blend the base of the brows right here.
Everybody seems to think they will be good together. Everybody done the talk.
So now I am done concealing, drawing, and then I want to talk about another thing that I usually do to while away time. TikTok. Yes, I have done so many TikTok videos with my sisters that has not even seen the light of day. So that is another thing that I do that you can do. I'm sure a lot of people already do that. There are a lot of TikTok challenges now, so TikTok is one of them that really helps me to while away time. And then another thing is chores. I mean, it's a typical Nigerian home. You have to do chores. You have to do a lot of chores. I'm always doing a lot of chores because I'm the middle child. Yes, I'm sorry, I always get these numbers mixed up. I have 7 siblings. Yes, I have 7 siblings and I am the fourth child, so I am like in the middle. And then sometimes there are some certain chores that my mother is like, your elder sisters are too old to do it. And then at the same time she'll be like, your younger ones are too young to do it, they won't do it well. Okay, so who is the perfect body, the perfect person to take the fall for this? It is always. So I'm going to leave pictures of everything that I used to create this brow look, so you can always get them if you want to maybe switch things up or change what you use to do your brows, or you're just a beginner and you don't know exactly what to use. So I'll put a picture up at the end of this video with proper names and description of everything I used to do my brows today.